Visiting the Philippines in 2022 and beyond? Well, here's your top 5 locations to visit here in the Philippines. And this video is proudly sponsored by NordVPN. What's up guys, my name is Tal, I'm a world traveler and I've had a heavy focus on the Philippines in the last few years. I loved it so much that I'm even building a house here on the island of Siargao. In 2022 and beyond, the Philippines is ready and open to host a bunch of tourists from around the world. So let's start with the number 1 location I recommend you visit in 2022 and beyond in the Philippines, Siargao Island. If you've been watching my channel for any stretch of time, you know how much this island means to me. So much so that I decided to build a house here, and you can watch that entire house building series down below in the description. I keep swearing by this to everybody that I meet. The best food in the Philippines can be found in Manila, Cebu, and Siargao Island. Because of the mix of foreigners and Filipinos from bigger cities that have moved here, there's an amazing conglomerate of local and foreigner cuisine across the entire island. That alone makes it one of the best locations to visit in the Philippines just because the food game here is so phenomenal. And besides the food, the biggest draw to the island is the incredible surf. Year-round, you can find incredible waves no matter where you are on the island. And the fun part about Siargao is no matter if it's windy season, rainy season, dry season, or beyond, drive around the island in a circle and eventually you will find a spot to surf in. With the friendliest local surf guides and an amazing party scene, Siargao in 2022 is open and ready to host you if you're looking for an amazing vacation on this beautiful tropical island. As well, keep in mind that Siargao Island recently went through a major typhoon, a Category 5 super typhoon actually. I was there. I know how bad it was. This caused a lot of damage to the island, especially the local economy and the tourism sector. The island desperately needs tourists to come back and support it. So please, when you come to the island, make sure you're bringing a nice wad of cash to spend on local businesses here. Do your part as well when you're in Siargao and join a beach cleanup, an island cleanup crew, or volunteer. If you're looking for more information, do not hesitate to contact me. I will set you up with the right person. There are plenty of opportunities to volunteer in Siargao now and help out, especially in the north of the island. So if you're coming to visit the island, besides having fun, make sure you also do your part to give back. One of the places in the Philippines that gives me the most joy is our next location. But before I tell you about it, I want to implore you guys to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single video in the future. As well, if you're liking what you see here, please join my channel. It only costs $2.99 a month, and it would be a huge help to support this channel and keep me making videos like this to promote tourism to the Philippines. And we're going to be working on a top 10 video for the best locations you should visit in the Philippines very, very soon. We've already done the top 10 foods, so you're going to want to check that one after this one. Alright, so my number 2 location in the Philippines is Moalboal, Cebu. If you know me, you know how much I love this place. In the last 2.5 years, I've been there like 6 times. Located on the incredible island of Cebu, not too far away drive from Cebu City. The main draw to Moalboal is Pangasama Beach, which you can see here, which also houses the Sardine Run, a giant congregation of sardines where you can dive in and swim with. Also, it's a sea turtle paradise. This is the only place in the world that I have found that you can go to and guarantee yourself a sighting of sea turtles. Every single time I've been in the water here, no matter what, I have seen sea turtles. Every single time. I've had a 100% success rate. And the beautiful thing is that people are not feeding the sea turtles here. There's a pretty big note here to take care of the local wildlife and a big movement to take care of the ocean here as well. There's beautiful beaches across here. There's beautiful reefs. The landscapes are absolutely marvelous and the sunsets are even better. And of course, similar to Siargao, there's a big foreigner scene here as well. This gives you the opportunity again to have incredible local food and a mix of Western cuisine that makes the food scene in Moalboal really, really fun. There's great nightlife here as well and awesome friendly locals. Alright, next up on our list, El Nido, Palawan. The island of Palawan is a long noodle of an island that stretches from the top of the country to the bottom of the country. The tippy-toppy tip of it is called El Nido, and it is an amazing place. You have probably heard of it if you've ever thought about visiting the Philippines. El Nido in 2022 is going to be one of the best places to visit, especially if you come earlier rather than later. When I was there during the pandemic, I got to experience this place devoid of tourists. And because tourists in the Philippines are just starting to trickle in right now, there's an opportunity that if you go, you'll be able to go there without too many people. Awesome local food, and of course that influence from Western and foreigner cuisine, incredible, breathtaking hotels, and the most amazing island hopping tours you've ever seen in your life. El Nido will blow your mind, especially if it's your first time. And of course, I'm your boy. I'm gonna tell you about the surf. There's incredible surf there as well. Duli Beach El Nido will give you some incredible surfing spots. Really awesome beach breaks, so if you're looking to get your surf fix in, head out to Duli Beach El Nido. And if you want to see some sea turtle hatching tours, head out to the beaches of Leo, Nakpan Beach, or Marimekmek to swim with them. The wildlife and jungles in Palawan are absolutely amazing. You're going to want to see these incredible views and these waterfalls when you're out here. With super chill, laid-back vibes, you can hang out on here for a week or 2 on the beach and just hang out, relax, catch some rays of sun, and go on an awesome island hopping tour to see some of the most epic mountains you've ever seen in your life. And if scuba diving is your major thing, they've got plenty of tours for you to do scuba diving as well. So do not miss El Nido when you're in the Philippines. Next up, let's talk about La Union. This is a province on the northern island of Luzon, about a 5 or 6 hour drive from Manila. I am yet to see a province in the Philippines with a cooler vibe than Siargao, but La Union comes really close. This province is built on surf culture. It's also a completely different environment, and I'm talking about specifically how it looks, from anywhere else in the Philippines. This place at certain points and certain angles looks straight up like Japan. It's so cool. You've got incredible Buddhist temples, awesome food, and of course, incredible surf. That's a major draw to this province. The surf here is incredible, and it's the original surfing hotspot of the Philippines. Of course, beyond that, I gotta tell you about the sea turtles here. There's an incredible project here called Project Kurma, where you can go volunteer and help out and even watch sea turtles hatching. It's run by a good friend of mine, Carlos. I will put links in the description how you can get involved and keep in contact with them, as well as their Instagram so you can follow what you can do when you get out there. I love this province so much. I spent a month here in 2021 and I loved it so much. I had such a fun time. I know that I'll be back in the future. And funnily enough, it's a place that not too many foreigners end up going to when visiting the Philippines because it's not on that sort of backpacking island trail, but I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're a big fan of surfing. You are going to have an absolute blast here. Super laid back vibes, beautiful black sand beaches, and the most amazing sunsets you've seen in your life. La Union is definitely the spot to hit up when you're visiting the Philippines. Alright, and last up on our list is Lake Holon, Mindanao. But before I tell you all about this insane travel location, let me tell you guys about our sponsor for today's video. And today we're sponsored by the wonderful NordVPN. If you've been on the internet, you know about NordVPN. They have the easiest to use VPN service on the internet. With over 5,400 servers in 60 countries, you can find a server near you or in multiple places around the world for better speed or in a faraway location for better content. It's got incredible speed. Nord is confirmed by speed tests to have the fastest VPN out there. And Nord is really proud to introduce their new threat protection service. They're going to offer you an even more comprehensive security against cyber threats. They're here to block trackers, intrusive and malicious ads, and steer away from harmful websites and files. With Nord, you can enjoy a cleaner, safer, and more private internet, and it's available on every major platform. I consistently use NordVPN while I'm traveling because I want to protect myself no matter what sketchy Wi-Fi I'm using anywhere in the world. And you can sign up for NordVPN right now by going to nordvpn.com/thetravelingclad and using coupon code TRAVELINGCLAD. You can get yourself a huge discount on the 2-year plan plus 1 month for free. And it's risk-free. With NordVPN, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Seriously guys, if you haven't signed up for NordVPN yet, I don't know what you're doing, but this is one of the best VPN services out there. So again, sign up for NordVPN right now at nordvpn.com/thetravelingclad or using coupon code THETRAVELINGCLAD. Trust me, you'll thank me later. So Lake Holon is the giant crater of a volcano that exists in the municipality of Tiboli in the middle of nowhere in Mindanao. Listen, it is not an easy trek to get here. It is definitely for the adventure seeker inside of you, but can I tell you that this is, in my opinion, the most beautiful place in the whole of the Philippines. The crystal clear blue water in this giant volcano looks like something out of Jurassic Park. Deep in the cobra infested jungles that you have to take a 2.5-hour bike ride where I crashed multiple times on the way up to get to just to start hiking the trail. And then you actually have to hike up and down and camp. It's amazing. It is something that you are going to remember for the rest of your life. I did it shortly before the pandemic. Unfortunately, I didn't actually make it into the volcano. I just was able to fly my drone over it. It is a location you are not going to want to miss when you are in the Philippines. Trust me, if you are an adventure seeker and you want to see something mind-blowing and you want to go on a real adventure to the middle of nowhere and see something that not many people, especially foreigners visiting the country, have seen, I can highly recommend checking out Lake Holon. The other name for this place is also known as Parker Volcano, and it's located not too far away from the town of General Santos. But no matter what you do, this place is in the middle of nowhere, so it's going to take you a pretty minute to get there. Thanks for watching our top 5 locations to visit in the Philippines. Top 10 is coming up. Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you long time. Goodbye.